Yo, welcome to another episode of Strike Team Gamer Presents the Mancave. We got a little bit of news, a little bit of E3, and a little bit of Forza for all our racing fans. Appreciate y'all stopping by for another episode. This is your first episode. We highly advise you to go listen to the previous episodes. Also, go check out G4 Experience for my man Game Boy and Doc and Wolf and them. But with further ado, Game Boy, take it away, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we usually introduce ourselves at this
point.
Shit.
God damn, I keep forgetting that part. The second time I done forgot. Hey,
I'm your boy. What he do. Forget him. He forgot what he do.
I'm your boy.
First, he's late.
I'm your boy Chase 860, and with me are my two comrades. Introduce yourself, fellas.
Go ahead, Game Boy.
It's your boy G4 with the C4.
This is your boy Slip Shot with the headshot.
All right, now you can take it away, G4. My fault. Yeah, I keep. That's the second time I done forgot that shit, yo.
See, people be forgetting where they came from. That's all.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna drop this picture over here for you really quick, and I want you to kind of take a look at it. The image that I'm showing you is, I think it was IGN. Hang on. Whatever, it's not going to fucking upload. The image, I believe, came from IGN concerning what they think the next EA remake was going to be. And at the top of that list was Dead Space. They wanted to see the Dead Space game be remastered. And they had a company by the name of EA Motive reportedly going to be in line to make the Dead Space remake. Has now since been confirmed as EA Motive is going to actually be remaking a Dead Space game, model just like the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes that Capcom had worked on. I mentioned this in my podcast for this week's news earlier that EA Motive had actually acquired a lead designer, his name, from the Assassin's Creed Valhalla series. His name was some dude. Fuck, hang on. Should have prepared for this. Eric Baptizat. He left Ubisoft after 16 years with the company, and he's joined EA Motive. Though there's a lot of speculation that says that the two are not related. Thoughts on this, gentlemen? You ever played Dead Space? What'd you think of it? Was it too scary because it was too dark?
I've never played Dead Space.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I played it for about 30 minutes. The first one. The very, very first one. Because I think they got it on EA Access. So I tried it out. Because, it was a good game. Tried it out. And like 30 minutes in, with the lights off, I was like, fuck this, I quit. Yeah, one aliens, animals, whatever it is, mutant, whatever the hell it is, jumped out on me, out of the door when I opened up a door, and it jumped at me. I was like, fuck it, I'm done with this. I can't deal with this. This is too much for my nerves.
If I gifted you 5 subs on Twitch or gifted you 1,200 stars, would you play it? For like a 4-hour stream.
For a 4 hour? You say 4 hours? Or an hour?
4
Oh,
hours.
Hell no. I'll pass.
At night. I'm out all night. I just want to see you play it.
Hell no. I'll pass, yo.
I tried.
I'll pass, yo.
Yeah, games like that just...
Yeah.
They just don't catch my attention. Like,
yeah, my nerves are already on edge. And you want me to play that 4 hours straight?
2? What 2?
Nah.
You thought about that one though.
You did.
Look, you
You
see
really
me,
thought
I
hard.
was like, Look, if you talk an hour, maybe we might be able to work something out, but I don't know, yo. That maybe. Because I got stuck on that one part, and like I said, whatever the hell it is, mutant, alien, monster, animal, whatever the hell it is, it was ugly as fuck. Jumped out. when I opened the door and I was done. I was done for the night.
Scary ass.
No, it wasn't that I'm scary. It's just I can't deal with that shit. I hate playing games that make me jump because I'm like I can't focus. Shit, I'm on edge. Look, you tiptoeing around like look, you looking at the screen like you looking around the corner. I don't have time for that.
So what other scary games have you played, if you've played any?
I played Resident Evil. I have played Resident Evil. But you know the ones they started putting on Xbox, they ain't scary like the original ones though. You know, when they started going into the 5s and the 6, those ain't scary. It's like more like action games. So those, you know, those not as scary. But yeah, that's about it. And I played Silent Hill, the 1s, 2s, and the 3s. Oh shit, man. On the old PlayStation 2, oh yeah, that Silent Hill shit. Boy.
Chase, what about you? What are some scary games you've played in the past?
I mean, scary games are, you know, story-based games. I don't do stories. I don't do campaigns.
You don't do campaigns. You forget.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Good, you forgot about that part.
So there's an article I want to revisit that I talked about on the G4 experience that I want to talk about here because I don't know if I touched on it the last time we recorded or not. It's been a minute and my brain's a little fuzzy. But before we get to it, I'm going to go over 2 games that we talked about when it came to E3, Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042. And I want you guys to remember that because I'm going to ask you now, don't answer yet, but I'm going to ask you now, was E3, as far as you're concerned, was E3 a bust?
No.
And why?
Why? Well, because the ones that did showed up and gave us great titles, great news. You know, mainly Xbox, which, you know, I'm on Team Xbox, and the fact that we seen the Halo multiplayer trailer alone just sold me. You know, and then they did announce some other great games. Was it Redfall? Some shit I think it was called.
Redfall. They announced another Forza Horizon, which you weren't expecting.
Right. I definitely wasn't expecting that. So that and Halo alone, you know, sold me. But I think it was a good, decent E3. Like, honestly, like compared to the last one, it was definitely a good one.
Slipshot, what about you? Did you think E3 this year was a bust?
Outside of Xbox, yeah.
Okay, why was it a bust? Why was it a fail?
You know, most of the gaming like companies, Sony, Nintendo, like without Xbox and what it is, Bethesda, what is it?
Bethesda,
but okay, whatever you said. Without them, I think E3 wouldn't been it would have just been a bust as a whole. Xbox actually held the E3 up. You get what I'm saying? For that one day that it did it. Outside of that, what else did we talk about? Sony didn't really bring anything to the table outside of the games that we already knew about. Nintendo, they really didn't do too much. You get what I'm saying? I was hoping that Xbox or Nintendo will actually announce what they're working on together. You know, I was looking forward for that. Since Xbox didn't announce it, I was looking for Nintendo to announce it. They didn't really say much because most of the games they announced, people already knew about it because they showed up in the summer, the IGN summer game, the games of the summer or whatever,
right.
Or whatever they discussed. So they didn't. Like I said, outside of Xbox, it wasn't anything that was too shocking or interesting. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a buzz. You get what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Xbox.
So one of the pieces in the article that I'll kind of hint at here in a minute is a lot of the appeal of an E3 Expo was all the different convention areas, you know, that you can go and visit. You got E3 over here, or you got Xbox over here, PlayStation. You got fucking Bethesda. You've got EA. You know, you have all these different areas you can go and see in a convention, but because it was digital again, everybody took a step back from the E3 platform just to do their own thing. I mean, the article I just hinted out for Dead Space and their little expo, their little event thing isn't even happening until July 22nd, where they're going to reveal all their shit. So do you think that E3, the feel of E3 was lost because all these companies were just like, well, we have a streaming platform. We have our own news and our own games. Why pay E3 to have a platform? We could just make our own.
I mean, yeah, COVID did kind of fuck shit up and change the way, you know, E3 was presented to us. But I don't know, maybe because I'm just looking at it just mainly just from an Xbox perspective. Like, I really don't give a fuck what PlayStation brings to E3. Kind of care about what Switch brings, but not so much. And same thing with PC, but I'm mainly an Xbox guy, so my main focus is what is Xbox doing. And the fact that they bought it this year kind of made me feel like E3 was, you know, was good. But I don't know. Hopefully next year, I think I heard that next year we're supposed to be going back to in-person E3. Am I correct?
I haven't heard anything updated.
Well, hopefully we can get back to in-person, you know, E3, and all these companies can come back with their booths and stuff. But I mean, it's COVID, man. COVID forever changed a lot of shit, including E3. Like, gaming was not, you know, excluded from, you know, COVID activities and shit. So, but I mean, the fact that I'm sorry, but the fact that everyone, due to COVID, is doing their own little thing, that is kind of frustrating, though, man. Because we used to have just a whole weekend of just news from everyone, and now everyone's just doing their own thing. And like you say, EA Play isn't even doing nothing until the 22nd. So,
Damn. So hold up. Damn. So they doing their own little thing. That's. I thought that's what the E3 is for everybody to come together and say, hey, this is what we doing for the year or the previous next year's coming up, the summer, fall. So yeah, that's like, if everybody not doing it, then what's the point of the E3? You get what I'm saying? If everybody doing their own thing, so why bring everybody together? Just allow everybody to do their own thing on a set date and call it that. Because if everybody's not going to be there and everybody want to announce their own thing, then what's the point of the E3 anyway?
So hold that thought right there. So remember what you just said right there, okay? Why have an E3 if everyone's doing their own thing? Write it down on a sticky note or something, but just remember what you just said there, okay? So we're gonna transition because Nintendo actually did announce quite a few things at their E3, and I'm announced the three major games that they actually announced, 3 or 4 major games that they announced that I remember off the top of my head. The old link that I had of everything covered at E3, I lost because I'm disorganized, but I'm going to go ahead and go through what they announced. The first thing that they announced was a Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. It has a release date and a window. It was revealed to have a 2022 release date, and it showed the events. It shows that a lot of the trailer was showing Link navigating the skies like he did in Skyward Sword. The next thing announced for Nintendo was the next Super Smash Bros. DLC character was Kayuza. I don't fucking know his name. The dude from the evil guy from Tekken.
Tekken, yeah, I gotta download him.
Yeah, so he was the newest DLC character revealed on June 28th. Mario and Rabbids sequel was announced. Sparks of Hope.
I don't even know how they, like, that was a waste of time.
Another game that was announced was a new Metroid game. I forget the name of it because I don't have it in front of me right now. And then another thing that was announced for the Switch was a new Mario Party game that was going to incorporate all of the old at least 5 maps from the N64 era Mario Party games, as well as 100 of their mini games from that era of Mario Party games.
Wait, so Mario Party, like, all you do is play mini games, right?
that argument, yes, that's all you do. But that is also
really
Doc's Forza argument of all. Okay. I want you to understand the correlation of what you just said there.
No, but I said it for a reason. That was kind of to get back to Forza.
Gotcha.
I honestly love Mario Party. I have it for the Switch. I honestly love Mario Party, and I was excited about them going back and incorporating 64 shit. So, but I just had to get my payback for Forza. I still don't appreciate that. P4 experience.
All right. So we're gonna move forward now. I want to remind everybody pretty much what was announced, or the two major titles that we really focused on, which blew us away, being Battlefield and Halo Infinite. What I'm going to do is we're going to try to reignite that excitement that we had when we first saw the trailer, just by hitting a couple of articles. And first, foremost, what I think really excited the three of us unanimously was, first article, Battlefield 2042 will not include a campaign or battle royale mode. And I think when we discussed this, we discussed that this is a good thing because Battlefield isn't necessary with Bethesda games, and even EA and DICE, they're really hit and miss. Either they make a really good single player game or they make a really good multiplayer game. And for DICE, or Frostbite and DICE and EA, they're the heart and soul of what they do is Battlefield multiplayer. And we've seen that with title after title with the exception of the,
definitely
grandfather era days.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the first thing that ignited that really, we were like, yes, thank you, because we don't need a single player. And Battle Royale, it's a team-based multiplayer shooter anyways. Why would you make it? Why have a Battle Royale?
Right. I'm glad it don't have one.
Yeah. For real.
All right, we're off to a great start. The next one that I have here is Battlefield 2042 reveals causes. So back in June 21st, literally days after Battlefield 2042 was announced, Battlefield 4 saw a server capacity increase because everybody and their freaking mother was started to play this game because they're like, oh boy, another Battlefield game. Let's go back. We got to remember what this game felt like.
Yeah, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it because I went back as well and played Battlefield 4 after the trailer. And boy, I had no problem finding the game. Unlike weeks before. Yeah. Weeks and months before the trailer, man, there was barely any servers, man. Like everyone was trying to get into the same server. Like the queue line was just long as fuck. Went on there after the trailer, no problem. Match after match, I'm in there.
Would this have been a good time to tell World or Khalil?
Definitely.
Go play Battlefield now.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, World acting brand new, but yeah, this is the moment for them to jump in and get their feet wet.
Oh boy,
with that real Battlefield feel.
Yeah, he ain't stepping in there. He's still stuck on Cold War.
Well, that's unfortunate for that young man because Battlefield where it's at, and I'm glad Battlefield 4 got the players coming back and is getting the shine it deserves.
So that next link is for what I just talked about when it came to Mario Party, bringing back 100 classic minigames for you guys. But continue with the Battlefield feel. I don't know if we talked about this, but I'm going to bring it up again. Battlefield 2042 open beta and live service elements have been revealed. Developer DICE revealed its plans for a beta test and a separate tech test. And the link that I'm about to post now is going to have all the details that GameSpot has so far. And the beta is going to be available on all platforms, including the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and the PC. So how quickly are you guys to that next-gen console? Are you in a rush? Or you're like, you know what? I could probably play it on my PC.
No, I definitely can't play it on my PC. My PC ain't going to be able to handle it. I'm hoping it's not looking too good. I'm still kind of like hoping to get a Series X before Battlefield drops, because the fact that they talking about, you know, bigger battle for next gen, like I got to be a part of that 128. I've done the 64. Like I'm used to that now, but I need that 128 player count. And I don't know. I'm still trying to get into it, man. It ain't looking too good, but I don't know.
I need y'all for that 128. That's all I'm gonna say. I need y'all.
Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm
I need
trying.
y'all for the 128. I can't be the only one like, damn, this 128 is this lit. What y'all on that 64? Come on now.
Hey, I'm trying, man. It don't help that Microsoft only ship out like 4 at a time.
Right. Look, be like, hey, y'all still playing that 32 versus 32? Boy, I'm over here playing that 64 versus 64. It's popping.
I can't even fathom that. Like, my mind will not allow me to fathom 128 people running around the map just blowing each other up. I can't fathom that.
Crazy, man. It's gonna be fucking nuts.
It's gonna be lit.
Because a 64 player game was that's a lot. Like you talking about like chaos. Like 32 on 32 was chaos as fuck. But now it's like 64 on 64. Like, man, it's not enough vehicles in Battlefield for that shit.
You're gonna have to stay. Your head's gonna have to stay on the swivel. Oh, for real.
Definitely.
What is that map with the subway where everyone there was only like 3 routes up, and like there was the escalators and there were 2 side stairwells. It was like in a subway. Yeah, I dread imagining that map having 128 players.
Oh yeah, no, that map won't work. That map won't work. That's too small.
Yeah,
like
you need something big.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like just a fucking desert in the fucking middle of Afghanistan big, you know, like I don't even know if it's any like cities that can even handle a 128 player count. Like no cities come to mind. Like New York wouldn't even be big enough, man. Like that's a lot of people and a lot of vehicles, man.
Look, you're from Chicago.
So obviously we know Battlefield 2042 is coming to the PlayStation and the PC. And every time we talk about the PlayStation, they're either coming up short or we're just not impressed with some of the shit that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you that it appears that neither are some of the companies that are having their games develop on those consoles? And what I mean by that is that link you're about to click has a title that says Xbox is the official console of Battlefield 2042. Developer DICE and publisher Electronic Arts have announced a new Microsoft partnership to make Xbox the official console of Battlefield 2042.
Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Really doesn't.
Because the Series X is more powerful than the PS5. And why would you not want a game that big, a game of that magnitude, to be played on the best, you know, console period outside of PC? So
shop.
I say that's a big ass move. Hey, ain't this what we've been asking for? Xbox to be making power moves like that? That's a big ass power move. Like for real.
Okay, wait, but Slipshot, real quick, like don't get the article twisted as Battlefield being
no, I'm
Xbox
saying
exclusive.
No,
like,
I know it's not Xbox exclusive, but
I thought that's the route you was going.
No. I'm glad to hear Xbox is getting some type of game that's basically, you know, it's gonna be pushing for Xbox. You get what I'm saying? Because most of the games been pushing for Sony PlayStation for the longest. For the last 2, 3, 4 years, everything been pushing for Sony.
So what the article does hint at is not only a what was it called? What was it called? What was the word? Partnership with Xbox, because as you hinted at, Chase, the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X are more powerful than the PlayStation 5, but they also announced 4 other partnerships. with NVIDIA, Logitech, Polaris, and WD Black. And all 5 partnerships have been seemingly inked to bolster Battlefield 2042's gaming performance across both the PC and the Xbox consoles. So it sounds like Battlefield 2042, DICE, and EA really just want to make sure that when this game launches, there are absolutely no performance hiccups whatsoever. Now, you're the consumer. Does this make you happy, or by the look on your face, you're like, what am I missing here?
I mean, it makes me happy, but that's unrealistic, man. Because it's always, for one, like, you can do everything you can to prepare a game for a successful launch. But what you're not, accommodating for is once that game get into the wild, all the fucking people with just unlimited time on their hands, just doing dumb shit to try to manipulate the game. So, like, there's always workarounds with shit. Like, they can launch the game with no hiccups, no bugs, but someone's going to find something, and it will fuck up the experience of the game, and it might just slow the game down when you got people doing shit that's not supposed to be done in the game, or getting to areas they're not supposed to be getting into. So, I mean, I'm happy that they're doing everything they can, but I just think it's unrealistic, though.
Do you fear a Cyberpunk-esque release?
No,
or do you?
No. I feel like that Cyberpunk shit was like a once in a generation thing. Like, and now that we've seen it, I'm pretty sure other companies are like, no, by any means that cannot happen to us.
Okay, guys, that was going to be my next question. Do you think that was the straw that broke the camel's back?
Yeah,
for gaming
definitely.
Companies? Delays after delays, that's okay, just as long as it does not another Cyberpunk.
Definitely. That's the prime example. Like, that's the example of what you don't want to happen. So I'm pretty sure companies are like, let's launch with hiccups, let's launch with this, but we cannot delay, and then still have the same bullshit. Like, nah. But I mean, EA and DICE, like, they're veterans in this, so Battlefield 4 was a rocky launch. I really didn't think it was as bad as some people said it was, because I didn't have, a lot of hiccups in my shit, but they know what they're doing, though, man. I got all confidence in them, too, that they're going to just launch it with great success.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to Halo. Looks like we're missing Slipshot for a minute. But the 2 big announcements that Halo had was, number 1, its multiplayer is going to be separate from its single player, which we all agree that's a tremendous move.
Genius.
Because if you look at Warzone and even to level 60, World of Warcraft, a lot of games have humongous success when they're free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite, Apex Legends, I mean, the list literally goes on.
Mm-hmm.
The other aspect of the Halo multiplayer is that it's going to have an evolving story that begins with returning to Reach. The article you click there says that it's going to have new features added in, and it's also that's the link I want. It's also the article also talks about how the Battle Pass system is going to be working, which is an article I was actually trying to look for just now. The first season of Halo Infinite's multiplayer is called, quote, Heroes of Reach. Players will be able to customize their own Spartan to look the way they want, which is a, quote, huge part of the journey. But it's more than just a personalized avatar. There's a deeper connection to the overall Haloverse that is vital to the experience. So you are already adapted, and you are already super involved with the multiplayer before any of this was released. We just saw the trailer. But now it's being told that the more you play, the more involved in this multiplayer you're going to be, the more of a reward you're going to have, and the more of an attachment you're going to have. Now, is this the kind of thing that entices you, Chase, to jump into single players if the multiplayer has a good story? I thought it was a stretch, but go ahead and tell me why or why not.
Hell no. I don't get nothing out of the single player. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't like it might have a decent story or whatever, but like after you beat the campaign, then what? Like, what do you do? Like replay the campaign on a harder level? No, I just sat through hours of the campaign. I'm not about to do that again. But at least with multiplayer, you're playing like, you're going against different people every time. Like, I don't know. That doesn't do like the story of the multiplayer can be just phenomenal, and you can tell me that the single campaign is 10 times phenomenal. Like it blows the multiplayer story out of the water, and I still wouldn't give a fuck. Like, okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Or come get your ass rocked in this multiplayer. You spent so much time playing against the computer, and get your ass rocked in this multiplayer.
I thought it was a stretch, but I had to ask. So now, Slipshot, you on the other hand, love your single player games. Tales of Vesperia and whatnot. So to have what I just talked to Chase while you were gone was Halo Infinite's multiplayer will have an evolving story, and the first season of the game is going to be called the Heroes of Reach. Players will be able to customize their own Spartan the way they want, and it's going to play a huge part of the story. They want to make sure that it's not just a personalized avatar. There's a deeper connection to the overall Halo verse that is vital to the experience. Now, I asked Chase, is this something that entices him to play the single player if the multiplayer story is good? What are your thoughts?
I would. Okay, hold on. Let me get it together. First of all, why would they put a story with multiplayer? Just have them completely separated from each other.
Well, it's kind of like the story, like Warzone has a story. Each season something else happens. Fortnite has a story, and for Apex, whenever they have a new character, there's a story behind it. So that's.
It really don't matter to me. I just want to get a multiplayer, fuck some people up, and call it a day. I really don't care about the backstory or what's going on or anything with the multiplayer, because I just want to go against some competitors, dominate the servers, make them rage quit, and call it a day. On Call of Duty, when I play, I don't really care about watching the scene or whatever. I just want to get into multiplayer or whatever, or Battlefield. I just want to get into multiplayer and do what I got to do. I don't care too much about what's going on with the backstory or what's going on to bring them to this point. No, I just want to play multiplayer.
So let me ask this: is it really a story, or is it more of like a theme for that season?
Go ahead, Game Boy.
It depends on what your depiction of a story is. Is a story that someone's sitting you down and telling you a tale as old as time? Or is a story like, oh man, let me tell you a joke. 3 guys walk into a bar and the third one ducks, right? So it's what is your depiction of a story? For a lot of people, getting a comic and being able to read it, that's a story. Because it's a reward for playing the multiplayer and advancing the battle pass. And at the same time, it's something you can do on your free time. A story can also be looking at a video on the screen and watching it play out. It's really your depiction. If it's just you playing multiplayer and, I've advanced through this portion of the Heroes of Reach Battle Pass for Season 1 of Halo Infinite, excuse me, that's a story. But if your depiction of a story is seeing how events unfolded in the game and how it's supposed to affect you either in the multiplayer or in the single player, then that could be a story. I'm smart. Dab on him.
Oh man, I'm mad you just did.
Yeah, but if they just gonna do like a little theme for the season, because they are doing seasons, right?
Yes.
Okay. I assume that because they doing that, they probably just be doing a thing for the season and calling it a day, not actually like a story like we think. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool with the theme. That's the theme for the season. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to get into the service. Like I said, I'm just ready to hit the service.
So I want to establish today, neither one of you care about story.
Nope.
I lost. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care about the Halo story now because they lost me with 4 and 5. I don't know what the hell.
No, I agree with you there.
So I don't really care about the stories no more about Halo. I just want to get in multiplayer.
Alrighty. When we come back, I'm going to tell you why Halo Infinite's Battle Pass is not like the others. Chase and Slipshot tell me if E3 was actually a bust. Oh, and then I have another story from our favorite redheaded stepchild. And yes, their name does start with red. All that and more on Strike Team Gaming presents The Mancave. Here on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Plus.
Real quick, y'all better come back. Like Kavion said with the call.
Hey, make sure y'all return to Straight Team Gaming since the Mancave. Go fill your wine glasses, shot glasses. Go get another beer, but make sure you return and bring your ass back for some more gaming news. On God.
Oh, baby.
On me.
Yo, welcome back to Strike Team Gaming since the Mancave. Take it away, Game Boy.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought there was more to that.
Right.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna go crazy for a second.
Right. He told us, "Come back with that energy. I want you both awake." And then he's like, "Take it away."
Right.
I had to put on my sweat hotel voice.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean, but okay.
Oh my God, Game Boy, you so white.
So as we all know, Halo Infinite is going to have a battle pass. If you're making a game nowadays, you know damn well that you're going to be putting a battle pass in. That's just the way it is.
Exactly. Yep.
We as consumers have made it normal, even though it's the dumbest thing in the history of ever. But what?
Is it?
You really want to have an argument on this?
Hey, let's go. It's the Mancave, baby.
We're going to put a pause on what I was just about to put in here because I have to school my mans on something. But battle passes and microtransactions.
School me, motherfucker. School me.
Microtransactions and battle passes are the worst thing that happened to video games since DLC. There is no point
on the microtransactions. I agree on that.
There's no point in enticing people to pay more for a game that should have already been bought for. That you don't go to IHOP, pay for a full course meal, and then be like, "Hey, if you want the pancakes to go with your breakfast sampler, I need an additional $4." Oh yeah, the bacon, by the way, if you want that, that's another $2. Oh, and the more you eat, I'll bring you out another piece of silverware, but you have to eat 3 items off your plate before I bring you the fork. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I agree with the microtransactions, but I don't necessarily agree with battle passes being, bad. Like, I think a battle pass is a good idea. Some of the battle passes do cost too goddamn much. I would say that. Like, that shit should be like $10. But the microtransactions, I've been screaming that shit for the longest. Like, that shit ruined gaming. Like, to be able to purchase some of this shit, like, some of this shit should already be in the game. I remember back in the day, a lot of this shit was hidden. You just had to do certain shit in the game to unlock a lot of this shit.
I was about to say that.
So, and I feel like now that's where battle passes come into play, but I feel like a lot of these battle passes cost too much. But I will say this, though. If you go out to eat, sometimes when you go to a restaurant, you do get charged extra for bacon.
That you already ordered?
Well,
like you just said.
If you order like a Grand Slam or some shit, like, yeah, the shit comes with like certain shit. But like if you go out to like a burger joint or some shit and you have to pay extra for the bacon. Like a bacon cheeseburger costs more than a regular cheeseburger. You see what I'm saying? Like you, in some way, you are paying for more.
But,
am I wrong?
You already paid for the item.
Well, yeah,
and like you just said, that the games in the past, you would just find it. You would do certain shit in the game.
But shit evolves. Like
shit got lazy. Shit got lazy. Instead of having you go search for.
in some way you're right. Like motherfuckers did get lazy, but that's where the microtransactions come into play. Like if I try to, do all the necessary requirements to get that like special helmet in Halo, and then some fucker can just come and drop $2 and get the same fucking helmet I just slayed 1,000 motherfuckers for, yeah, that's lazy.
So why can't you? Why can't you? It's because battle passes. The whole point of a battle pass is to keep you playing that person's game, whether or not you want to or not. That's the whole point of the battle pass, is to keep you playing their game. So why can't you, that level 100 item, why can't you just have a challenge for it that never expires, instead of I have to play 140 hours, 160 weeks just to unlock this person's character, when you should just be able to complete a challenge to unlock them without expiration time on it. Gold guns. The whole reason that you want to unlock a gold skin for a gun is because you grind on that. But a battle pass with an item that, like, let's say you're at level 99 and then all of a sudden shit happens and then 2 weeks go by and that battle pass is over. You can never get that item again. An item that should have been in the game for you to earn in the first place.
Okay, see, so this is where I start feeling different about shit like that. I believe in like exclusive shit. Like I love exclusive items, exclusive skins, exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
But my problem is when you then come back 2 weeks later and you got that same content on sale now. Like that's where I have a problem with that. But I love exclusive items. So the thought of a battle pass being timed kind of makes sense to me. Like get in here, grind this season, and get all the items from this battle pass. And if you fucking snooze, you lose. But see, a lot of these companies come back 2, 3, 4 weeks later and drop the shit you just missed for you to buy. Like I hate that shit. If it's going to be exclusive, let it be exclusive. After this battle pass, you can never fucking get it.
So to emphasize my point, there is no reason for battle passes, because it eventually goes on.
No, the original purpose for the battle pass, yes, there's a purpose. But when you're just dropping the shit like a couple of months later, then yeah, at that point there's no purpose. Like there's no purpose to grind that season, because now I can just buy the shit outright. I don't know. It's tricky, man. I get my side, of course, not, and I hear what you're saying. Like I definitely get your side. Like I agree with you on some of your points. I definitely do. It's just I don't know. Some of these companies have fucked up battle passes, man. I think it was a good idea, good time to, just get people playing your game for these exclusive items, but they're no longer exclusive no more. Like, you then drop the shit like 2-3 months later, or when you stop running out of ideas, then you fucking start recycling shit for people to buy. Like, it becomes annoying as fuck. Like, I play my team, which is a card-based mode in NBA 2K. And in my team, they have these themed packs where you can get certain players at certain levels, like Ammunition, gold, all that shit, diamond. And I would love for these cards to just be exclusive. Like you get them from this pack and that's it. After this pack goes away, you can no longer get these cards. That's not the case. They bring the fucking same cards back like 2, 3, 4 weeks later in a super sale, and then you're paying to fucking get the damn card. Like, I don't know. It's stupid, man. I don't know. This battle pass shit is tricky, bro. I love it, but it is moments where I hate it too. Like it's moments where I'm like you. I'm like, what's the point? Like this is stupid.
Slipshot, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Well, actually, Game Boy, on your behalf, doing the challenge to unlock it. Call of Duty does that. To get the main gun, you gotta do a challenge to unlock it. But then at the same time, they'll put in the battle pass a skin for the gun that gives you the gun, but you can't do no adjustments to it. But you still gotta do the challenge to get the gun. So it's like both of you guys' points are valid. Call of Duty does both of you guys' points. Like for real, they milk the shit out of that battle pass and doing the challenges and shit to keep people engaged. Like World, which he be thirsty to do. Oh yeah, I gotta get this. I gotta unlock that gun. I gotta get this skin. He's big on that. And that battle, that part, both parts are basically for the younger generation. Us older generation people, we want to grind that shit out to unlock the game, unlock the gun, and we don't want nobody. Once we unlock it, we don't want to see that shit again. For somebody to get it through the battle pass or microtransaction for $2, or you pay 16 V-Bucks, or you get what I'm saying? No, once we unlock it and grind for it, we don't want to be able to have it easy to be made easy for anybody else to get it. Once you do that, let it be. Move on. They missed their shot. Take that L.
See, and that's the problem. Like that's why, like battle passes mainly like is for players like World. You know, he don't come from my generation where like DLC didn't exist. Like everything was put into the game when it launched, and some shit was just hidden to where you had to unlock it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, costumes and all that shit, extra characters.
Yeah, you had to beat the game with this certain character to unlock
exactly.
That. You know, you had to beat it on the hardest mode to unlock this character because, you know, that's the only way you able to play go against that character. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it was ways you had to find out. So, and honestly, those was the way. You know, those were the cheat codes for us to see. You get what I'm saying? We'll go to cheat planet or something to see what we got to do to unlock everything.
Yeah, these kids nowadays, they don't know about having to go on the internet and print out all the shit you need to do for a game so you have it right there in front of you, and then you had to actually go do the game. They spoiled with their little V-Bucks and you know, DLC and all that shit. Like, we ain't had no Microsoft store and all that shit. Like,
yeah.
This young generation, they spoiled, man, with M&A 4K and 8K. Yeah. Hey, no, y'all need to start out on a 16-bit, the 8-bit like we did.
Right. Hey, I used to be thirsty to go to cheap planet to see how to unlock somebody or how to get a special skin or something. Also, that's how I do it. Okay, let me go through the game and beat the story mode with this play on the hardest level.
Right.
Let me not take no hits. The whole story mode. You get what I'm saying? Whole arcade mode. Let me take no hits. Like I used to love that. Now it's like everything just here. Pay for this to get this. You know, you want to get this character. Oh, it's 25 Robux or whatever. You get what I'm saying? No. Or you got to pay for a season pass or something. Why I just can't grind for them? You know, grind for them, add up all the points, just like on Paladins. You know, you can unlock them characters if you play and grind and get enough points to unlock them.
That's what I did. When Paladins first started, back when it was like still in like the beta phase and shit. That's what I was doing. Like, that's why I racked up so much gold, because I started when it was still in the beta phase. And they rewarded me from playing throughout the entire beta phase until they fully released it. And I used all that gold to unlock 80% of my characters, like real shit.
And that's what's so crazy though, bro. When it was in the beginning phase, you used to be able to do that. Now, I don't think you can do that. They changed so much about the game that a lot of stuff you can't.
No, I mean, you could still save your gold and unlock them like that.
Yeah,
it's just, I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's just different than from what it was when it first came out. They changed a lot of shit to me. Like, you used to be able to upgrade your character with the gold that you saved up or whatever. You can't even do that now. You just got to play the upgrade.
Okay, I'm glad we had this nice little discussion on battle passes.
You're muted, bro. You muted.
I said I'm glad we had that little discussion on battle passes. Those next two links for you guys, they're both pretty much saying the same thing. But the Halo Infinite developers do not want players to have to grind battle passes. The article posted there, they have a quote that says, "We want players to have cool content, activities, events, and rewards over the course of the season, but we do not want to demand that players have to play a ton of hours every week of the season to complete everything. We want players having fun in Halo, not grind it like it's a job." Go ahead, Chase.
This generation is so fucking soft, yo. What the fuck you mean you don't want them to have to grind? You don't want them to have to play hundreds of hours to unlock some. They're going to play hundreds of hours anyway. Like, that was the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard, man. Like, this generation is so fucking soft, man. This shit this shit getting ridiculous now. Like, I understand you want people to have fun. I get that. But ain't no fun when you losing. So you might not have fun anyway, especially if you go against strike team, just to throw that out there. But yo, that is stupid, man. Like, it should be a grind, yo. Like, that's the problem. Everything's easily handed to these little bratty ass kids, bro. Like, come on, man. Niggas don't grind for shit no more, bro.
Time out. Wait, Paul. So basically,
this battle pass about to suck, yo. Why?
You mean to tell me they just fit to be microtransaction, like the shit out of everybody? Like,
they're saying it's going to be a battle pass, but what they saying, bro, is
it's not going to expire.
Right. It's probably going to be one of the easiest battle passes you've ever fucking seen.
So even after the first season ends, players will be able to purchase and level up the season 1 battle pass. The grind for the battle passes will never expire.
Wow. So they basically trying to microtransact.
So again, what's the my fault? Go ahead, Slipshot.
They trying to since I put it like this. Okay, for the Xbox users, they feel like they feel like they finna lose out on a lot of money because the game is gonna be free for Xbox Game Pass members, right? So with this is their way to get money back from the consumer, because it's just like somebody like World or somebody get on the kids today get on. Oh shit! I didn't fulfill my season 1 battle pass. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I can pay for it. Let me pay for that and get everything for season 1. Let me start on season 2.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Slipshot. So, yo, like, this makes no sense now. Now that you said it like that, this makes no sense. So you mean to tell me I don't even have to fucking play fucking, Halo within the first 30, 40 days to complete the battle pass. I can just come when battle pass season 2 start, buy battle pass season 1 and get everything you stupid ass fuckers sat there and played for. That's stupid, man. Come on. 343. Who the fuck is this? 343, right?
Yep.
Halo. Come on, 343, man. Y'all, no, hell no. Y'all dropping the ball with this one, bro.
Because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of playing multiplayer.
That's the whole point of a battle pass. Grind.
Because if I want a certain piece of armor, oh shit. Okay, let me go ahead and get this work in. Now you telling me, oh shit, like you said, Chase, I'm finna wait 30 to 40 days, most likely 60 days, to wait till season 1 end. Oh, I'm finna pay the 40. Because they gonna charge at least no more than probably $20 to $30 for it. So I'm finna drop this little 30. Hey mom, let me get that 30.
If you guys like what I've announced so far, you're really gonna like this next part.
They funny as hell, bro.
That's
funny as hell.
Quote, we looked at other titles where you buy something that provides time-limited access to the pass, and now you feel obligated to play. That's no fun. And it's not players first. If you put the trust in us, purchase something from us, it's yours, no strings attached.
I'm sorry. That's a bad business model, man. That's a bad business model. And I feel like I'm going back to what Slipshot just said. Y'all making multiplayer free. Halo's already going to be on Game Pass. So if you paying a little monthly fee or you done paid for the year, especially if you pay for the year. Like if you pay for the year and they no longer can charge you because you paid for the year, pretty much you getting all these games for free. So they have to make up this money somewhere. And this is the bullshit they about to do. Like, I don't have to sit here and play it. I can just come one day and have everything you done played 30, 40 days for. I can just have it all within 5 minutes. Like, that just feels like you're insulting like the diehard Halo players now. Because we go and play it and grind it anyway. Like the grinding Halo ain't about the battle pass, man. For me, grinding Halo is about trying to up that, that rank. within that season, trying to get from like, silver to gold, gold to diamond, whatever. Like that's what the grind is about me. A battle pass would just sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
But if it's something within a battle pass I want, I'm gonna start grinding for it. Okay, I gotta start playing so I can get that helmet. Like, I don't know, man. This boy, they man, I'm just lost for words, man.
Yeah, they dropped the ball with them, yeah. Because like for real, that's how I feel like that's what they doing. They looking at it from the money perspective because they trying to get their money back because they know people are gonna go do it. They know people gonna do it, bro. They know people gonna like, oh shit, I'm in season 1 pass. I ain't finished doing that. Oh, season 2 has started because this is gonna be the screen. Season 2 has started. To receive all items for the season 1 pass, pay such and such price. Press X now.
That's stupid, man.
Look, press X trying to buy now.
Man, it almost seems like battle passes kind of ruin games, huh?
This one did, yeah. This one did.
He's ruined the shit out of that.
I feel like Road Company did a pretty good job with their battle pass. Don't cost a lot. I feel like they can do better with it, but as far as content, but don't cost a lot. And, I don't know, man. Halo just, I get what you're saying on Game Boy. I definitely get your point. This was a good way to make your point. Like, I definitely get it now. Like, this is bullshit, bro.
Eventually, I bring it full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
This is bullshit, man.
So I want to go back to the article that I had mentioned earlier, whether or not E3 was indeed a bust. So we have all these announcements of all these games and everything. And I was hoping that I've revitalized your guys' interest in not only the games, not only why you thought we had such a big reaction to E3 and everything, but to see if maybe your opinion on whether or not E3 was best has changed. Chase, you said no. There's a lot of good titles that, populated, especially coming from Xbox, and titles that you weren't even aware of. Slipshot, you said, yeah, it was a bust. The titles they released, we already kind of knew about, and the only thing they've offered us is stuff we were kind of expecting to look forward to anyways. After reviewing Battlefield 2042 and Halo Infinite, at least the news that was either captured from E3 or literally moments and weeks after E3, does your guys' statement still stand, or why?
Mine still stand.
I still stand.
I think it was a good E3. I really do. Like, yeah, a lot of that stuff he was expecting. We didn't expect that Halo multiplayer trailer to be that fire, and I definitely wasn't expecting Forza Horizon to be announced. So, and then to see Redfall as an Xbox exclusive just sweetened the pot. So, and Nintendo had some good moments too with the Mario Party, the Tekken DLC, Smash Brothers character, Metroid, Zelda, Monkey Ball. They had some moments. So I think overall it was good. Like, I don't know, but to each its own though.
Yeah. I'm saying, like Chase said earlier, we mainly be looking for Microsoft. We really don't care too much about what the others do. We might care about the Switch because we got the Switch. You know what I'm saying? But we knew most of those games was eventually going to get announced. But outside of Microsoft, like, you really didn't hear anybody make any big splashes. You get what I'm saying? Like, the articles that was dropping during that week after mostly heard about Microsoft, the games coming from Microsoft. So, like I said at the beginning, outside of Microsoft and probably Nintendo, because I think they said Nintendo did their thing too, but, outside of them too, like, the E3 was basically like, oh, okay, they do it that, you know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody really care. You ain't hear too much of a splash from everybody else. And I'm happy to hear that splash from Microsoft because after the shit they did for the last few years, man, especially 2020 just Microsoft just shot at all their consumers just in the heart. Just shot them. Mixer, should I say.
Was the absence of in-person viewing of E3 what really hurt E3, or was it no? If the same news had debuted, whether we were in person or not, it still would have been a bust for you, Slipshot.
I think it still would have been a bust because the reason why I say that because you guys really they didn't do an E3 yesterday, right? I mean not yesterday, last year, right? So
they did one, but it was also virtual across Twitch platforms, YouTube lives and stuff.
But they really didn't announce much, right? So this year, with you guys having like basically like a whole year and a half to get your lineup of games, to announce everything. Yeah, like them being there or whatever, I don't think it would have made a difference because they still outside of Microsoft and everybody, they ain't announced nothing.
You a motherfucking lie, Slipshot. And let me tell you why.
Why?
If you was in a room, if E3 was in person, if you was in that arena, Microsoft Arena, whatever the fuck the shit called, if you was there and you seen that Halo trailer with 200 other people and that crowd would have reacted the way we reacted when we seen it, ain't no way you would have said that shit was a bust. Because you would have been feeding off the energy you got from that crowd in person. In person and virtual is two totally different experiences. They could announce the same shit in person, and you seeing it on that big screen with everyone else sitting around you and having the same type of reaction at the same time with everybody, ain't no way you would have said that shit was a bust.
Hold on, wait. He's saying with the crowd being there or somebody announcing it?
He said if there was the same announcements, but E3 was in person.
See. I'm thinking in person. I'm thinking he's saying like Phil Spencer coming on the stage and talk, or the people at Nintendo coming on the stage and talk. That's what I'm talking about in person.
Yeah, that's in person. Like if the event was live, allowed
not with the crowd though. I'm thinking like them being on the stage and they, the cameras.
Well, they're still in front of a crowd though when it's in person.
Look, I
still would have heard the roar of the crowd when you watched the trailer.
Look, I asked the crowd completely out just because of COVID.
So that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
the crowd there.
Yeah. Look, I totally forgot about the crowd. I'm just thinking about them coming and they on the stage like,
you just totally forgot there was a crowd before COVID.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They was just in the arena on stage talking to themselves, right?
Look, that's what I was like, hold on. Is we talking about
the C3 conference was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
I had a blonde moment right there, real quick. But yeah. In that instance, yeah, I think it'd be a whole different effect than what it was. Like I think a lot of the announcements were like, "Damn, hey, that shit was hot." You know what I'm saying? So.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The crowd plays a factor into things, man.
Yeah.
Just like with sports. If you playing in front of the home crowd, that's a totally different experience, as we've seen from the COVID games inside the bubble. Like the crowd plays a major factor, man. Like the crowd can fucking amp a move up 100 times more than what the move really was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, you can give somebody a regular ass cross, and it was just a crossover. But you add a crowd in there, and somebody get crosses. Oh. Now you're looking at it kind of different, like, damn, he crossed the fuck out of him. When it really wasn't that serious, feel me?
Yeah. Look, I promise, I totally asked the crowd out. My bad to the public.
We've gotten so accustomed to just like not having people around that.
COVID, and that's crazy how COVID just affected everybody process. Like I'm still thinking about COVID phase. You know what I'm saying? So.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to take away from any of the seriousness of it or anything.
Yeah.
You do hear like something about it every single day.
Yeah.
And news articles having to verify whether or not this is a thing or not.
Yeah.
But not to get into that. Yeah. I was just kind of wondering if E3 would have sat well with you if there was a crowd or not. That's all. Or how it could have been different, so it wasn't going to be a bust for you, Slipshot.
Yeah, no. If the crowd was there, I don't think it would be much of a bust. I think a lot of the games would probably pop out. Like, damn, I knew that was coming out, but damn, that shit look real. That shit look decent. I mean, just because of the crowd there, because like you said, the crowd have a big effect on the people that's watching at home. Because you're like, damn, that is decent. Oh yeah, that shit go hard. You look at it in more detail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the reaction of the crowd. Now, if they boo, yeah, that shit huff as hell. I ain't gonna play that shit.
Alrighty. Are you all ready for my next article? Slipshot, this one's just for you because I know how much you love hearing about this stuff.
Hell no. It just sounds like some shit I ain't finna be interested in.
Oh no, you're gonna be interested in it. You're just tired of hearing about it. Cyberpunk 2077
I should have known
returns to the PlayStation Store, but Sony is offering a warning to the PlayStation 4 users. He's hella mad. He's hella mad.
This shit was coming. But it wasn't the part that I thought, though. I thought it was the other part I heard about it.
So it looks like Cyberpunk 2077 is slated to come back to the PlayStation Store, but PlayStation has tweeted as of June 21st it is now available. Work on the PS4 version continues with fixes and updates to be released throughout the year. For the best experience on PlayStation, playing on a PS4 Pro or PS5 console is recommended. Obviously, I don't have to ask if either one of you have played it since all the glorious 1.2 and 2.1 updates that have been released in the last, year. But have you guys played it? No? No desire to stream it?
I kind of actually did. No, I'll just fuck with you. Hell no.
Damn it.
Hell no, I ain't played that shit.
Hey, he made that song for a whole hot 2.5 seconds.
Right.
Hell, but you know what? No, I am though. I am. I'm gonna try to find some time this week and sit down and because I know it's not updated, so I have to update everything and see what it's looking like, see what it's feeling like. I promise you, before the next podcast episode, I'm gonna do that.
Hey, you
so
know
I can give a take on it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Since we can't rely on Diamond Killer, who just swore he was gonna play it again.
Hey. Low key though, I thought you was gonna say that they announced that it was in the stable. Cause they comfortable with it being in the state that it's in. They feel like it's a complete game now.
Oh no, I think as far as a business model is concerned, and as far as the rave reviews that it's gotten, they are far from comfortable with the way it is right now. My voice cracked hella bad. I think they really, really want to fix this thing.
Like Cyberpunk's launch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that they really want to fix this game. They're they just want it to be perfect. Because how are you going to pay for another one of CDPR's games if the Cyberpunk is the condition it's in?
Exactly. So they have to. If they're going to ever sell us anything else, they have to fix this game. You can't just give up on Cyberpunk and then try to make something else. And no, we remember Cyberpunk. Don't get that fucked up. Hell no, we'll want your shit.
Right. Because then it's going to make people go back and say, let me go see if they fix this shit before I buy the other game, before I buy the new game.
Let me ask you something, and I'm only trolling here, but I kind of want to know, with the state that we're in, with video game companies acquiring other companies, and being bought and fused together and everything, how pissed off would you two have been if when Battlefield or Halo announced and they said partnering with CDPR?
Hell no. I would have been mad as hell. Don't do that. Don't let them ruin your game.
You see how my face just did? That's how I'm like, man, fuck that. I ain't playing another one of their games ever again. For real. I wouldn't play it, yo. I wouldn't play another game that they I'm gonna play a game they drop. Just mix it with them, just because the fact that they pushed this game back for so many years, and it to come back, to get released the way it's did, and y'all basically saying fuck it, we gonna fix the shit that really don't need to be fixed. You get what I'm saying? Instead of doing the big fix that actually fixing the game as a whole, y'all fix something about the police and shit like that. Come on now, the fuck. So hell no, I'll be hardly upset. That's something like a 343 Studios is partnering up with CD Projekt Red. Oh hell no, I ain't buying that next Halo. Fuck that shit.
I'll be real upset with myself if the next announcement for either the two of those games involves them.
I'll be upset with you too. You spoke that shit into existence.
You know what? hey, Game Boy,
don't be manifesting shit like that.
Hey, don't let me end this podcast like I'm done.
Hey, you guys ready to record? Hold up, is Game Boy joining? Yeah. All of a sudden, I think COVID. Can't do it.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we come back to finish up the episode. We're going to be talking about the newest craze hitting the STG Discord and why we're playing it. All that and more on Strike Team Gaming presents the Mancave.
On baby.
On me.
On God.
Right, Game Boy. You supposed to came back with the
right.
Look, I brought the energy for the transition for you.
Hey, make sure y'all come back for the last couple of minutes of the Strike Team Gaming System Man Cave. But while you're taking a break, make sure you go hit up striketeamgaming.com.
Yes, sir.
Yo, welcome back to Strike Team Gaming System Man Cave. We are about to dive into a fun discussion. G4 with the C4. What we about to talk about, brother?
So, COVID has been the result of a lot of boring times and a lot of yearning to do something fun. And one of those something funs is finding new games to play. And I wanted to thank you, Chase, because we are all like in one go. I don't think you realize that when you recommended this game we're about to talk about, how many people you affected. Because the moment I started playing it and I told everybody, hey, I'm playing it, my younger brother started playing it again. A bunch of my other friends started playing it again. I think half of Strike Team was like, oh yeah, this game's a party. So I don't think you realize how many people you infected with just one game suggestion. And it's a good game suggestion too. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some critics out there who are just like, you're just racing cars, right? And we had to shut those people down. But the game we are talking about is Forza Horizon 4. Yes, and I got to say, as far as racing games are concerned, this is actually a really fun racing game to play. And I wanted to know if you guys want to just take this last segment. Since I didn't have a whole lot of news left, I did want to talk about this. But Chase is like, you guys are getting your feet wet or something like that. So I want to take some time to talk about it if you guys would indulge me.
Yes, definitely. I'm always around for some Forza related content.
So if you have been living under a rock, please remove yourself from said rock, because Forza Horizon 4 or Forza Horizon 5 was one of the few games that were announced at E3. I don't think anybody was anticipating. And so when they announced that, I was just like, I have that game. I think I could play it. And it's a lot of fun. And the game picks up right from the beginning. I don't know about anybody else, but like when you start this game and it makes you race through each of the 4 seasons in this almost seamless transition between each one, that's a lot of fun. Because it's letting you know right off the bat, this game is going to be a party. And it straight up is. If you've ever been to a music festival, this game straight up feels like a festival. There's no laws. There's no limit to what you could do. Please just get out there and drive, man. And it's a lot of fun. I was blown away by like a lot of the different feels of the environment. The winter season has its own cars that you're going to be using. I can't use my Ford Focus in a snow environment. It's just not possible like I can in a summer dirt environment.
Well, you can, but good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. I was really blown away in the first 15 minutes of the game how fun the game is trying to make it feel, and it didn't really need to try that hard to make it feel fun.
Nope. The thing I love about Horizon, man, and what grabbed me to it is that what's supposed to be a tutorial is like a just like balls to the wall race. Hey, meet me at the spot, and you just like the cutscene turns into like a race, and you just take off and like one of the fastest cars in the game. Like that's what grabbed me. I was like, oh shit, like this is way different than motorsport. And like you're fucking, I don't know, man. It's not enough shit I can say about Forza, man. Like I said, I've played it since the beginning, man. Since Forza, just Forza Motorsport on the original OG Xbox, and I've played every installment since. Like I love Forza, man. Like I love cars. I love driving fast. I love racing, and I liked it Gran Turismo, but it never really grabbed my attention the way Motorsport did. And
I'm about to have a DMCA here. Yeah, he's speak of the devil playing the game that we're just talking about right now.
Yeah, you got to mute that flip shot.
Hold on.
Just remember, we put this on YouTube now, man. We're gonna get hit with a straight. Thank you.
No, I had to turn it off because I was playing it waiting on Game Boy, so.
But
I'm sorry, I was taking forever.
Yeah, I used to be a big fan of Gran Turismo, but it never grabbed me the way Motorsport did. And just, for a while it was just Motorsport, which is just a circuit racer. And, then they came with Horizon, and that was like a fresh breath of air. And I was like, oh shit, like this is fun as fuck. And, now Forza Horizon has become my favorite of the two. First it was Motorsport for the longest. Now it's Horizon.
Horizon definitely doesn't have that because when you talk about games like Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport, you're talking about games that make you sit through menus and individually select everything that you want to do. Well, Horizon is like, no, go explore an environment, go look for stuff, go go enjoy this world we've created, drive through it. And a lot of the fun that is to be had in that game is driving to these locations and taking different routes and different roads. And along the way, they got some stuff that you can do too. Like one of my favorite parts of the game is like if you're driving to a location, oh yeah, you can jump this cliff. I want to see how far you can make this jump.
I love the jumps. I love the jumps.
And like unlike a lot of the other games, one of the things that was always taken to me about Forza Motorsport, just Forza in general, is that just because you're just starting out, you have access to all the cars and all the upgrades and everything that you can have access to, like right off the bat. It doesn't limit you. Oh, you haven't gotten into World 2? Well, you can't get level 2 products yet. Forza's just like, no, I mean, if you got the money, we'll do it for you. And that's how good business works.
Yep.
Right. Just like, because Gran Turismo had like the license, right? Like you had to get a different license for each class. Like that was annoying as shit.
That's a little too realistic.
Right.
That's doing too much.
Yeah. And then, because it went from, I graduated from like Gran Turismo to Need for Speed. Well, no, Need for Speed. And then I started playing, race simulators like Gran Turismo. And then I went back to Need for Speed, and then once Forza came out, it was a wrap as far as racing games. I was like, yeah, nothing out right now can beat this game. So, Slipshot, because I know you just started out too, even though I've been telling you longer than Game Boy to play it. What's one of your favorite things to do in the game if you even been able to explore that far?
I just like driving to the racing events. And I like the fact that when I'm driving, I'm going, I'm riding past one of my Xbox friends in the car. I love that.
Yeah, that was big for me too. Yeah.
Even though I'm trying to get the handle of it, I smack right into that shit. But Just to be petty, especially when I see Blade. Let me run into his shit. But no, I love that. I love that they allow, like, if your Xbox friends have played it or start playing it, you ride past them like in the free world, just driving to the events and anything. And like once you beat, I'm still at the beginning because I'm trying to unlock racing with you and all that. But the little events that they do, I like the controls and everything. They're not too hard. Of course, I got to get my experience up where I can drive on the hardest difficulty. Still a rookie, but I just got to get the handle of the controls. But other than that, I love it. I think I could play this, more than I will play for real Need for Speed because Need for Speed. I don't know what they doing, but I love this. I just got to get into it. I just got to get more into it. It's a fun game though.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And I like hold on. And I like the fact that they changed the seasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was new to
no game really has done that as far as I know, except for Forza.
Yep.
And then in Forza, what's that, Motorsport? You racing all types of cars and shit. You racing 18-wheelers. All types of shit. Old school cars. Like, they got you racing everything. I that's what I loved about Motorsport. But Horizon is just a whole different vibe.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe, yo.
Yeah. It's like you just relaxing. Like, you really sitting there riding in the car.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about it is that it amplifies your importance in the game because it could have very well been like, hey, you're this rookie coming to race in Europe in the Horizon event. But it takes it one step further by adding those events that you could do, like the guy's filming a film and he needs a stunt driver.
Yeah.
That's not a race. That's just you like playing a part in that game, but it's fun. It's like something new. Oh, you have to thread the needle in the windmill and make that jump. It's not just racing. It's like you're building a reputation and it makes you feel like you have an importance in the Horizon event.
No, you know what else is dope? And I don't know I know Slipshot haven't made it this far yet. I don't know how far you made it, Game Boy, but the showcases. Like when you're fucking racing in the showcases, you race a fucking like hovercraft, a big ass hovercraft. You race a fucking train with like, I want to say with a couple of dirt bikes racing against you and shit. And like the cutscenes, like you're like jumping off hills over the train as it passes and shit. Like the game is, they really did their thing before, man. 3 to 4 is like a whole like they raised the bar with 4, man. So I can't wait to see what 5 is like. Like I'm really eager to see what 5 is like.
I ain't made to cut you out, but ain't that like one of the startup races when you first pop in the game? When you racing against them little motorbikes?
It's one of the tutorial to introduce you that. It's like summer, one of those ones. No, I thought that was pretty cool.
Decent. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a staple of, Xbox exclusive. Like they definitely went out their way because the development time on these Forza games take a long ass time, bro. They really like take photos and videos of each car, like literally no shit. I've seen like a behind the scenes of it. They really go to these dealerships or these manufacturers and take a photo of each aspect of the car, like each square inch of the car and shit. That's why the cars look and sound fucking realistic as hell. Like they really do their homework with these cars. It's crazy. And the tracks.
And that's good
on the motorsport side.
That's good that they do that though. Like,
they
more realistic.
Yeah, they raised the bar, man.
It's like the
races.
Battlefield. Look, it's like the Battlefield of racing.
Hey, real talk. But you know what? It's going to be like you guys haven't even like scratched the surface yet, man. Like it's going to be a whole lot more fun once we finally link up and can like do some races together, like either against the computer or we can team up and go online and do some playground games together, which is fun as fuck. Like yo, you guys are in for a fucking fun ass ride, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, real quick, I'm still waiting for my $2 million though.
But you gotta get to the point where you can, you know what I mean?
First with other people.
Right. When I can team up, I can't sell you nothing if you can't buy nothing yet.
Hey, you said you're gonna let me hold $2 million.
I got you.
There's two DLC because like when I'm exploring the map, there's two big ass icons that stand out to me that don't go away on my map, but they're just kind of there. And apparently they're for DLC called Fortune Island and then the Lego Speed Champions.
I haven't bought the Lego Speed Champions. I'm not sold on that. Like, I want my cars to be realistic. I don't want to fucking drive around in the little Lego brick cars and Lego brick open world like that. That's why I haven't touched that one. But Fortune Island is fucking bananas though. Like winter is shit compared to Fortune Island. So Fortune Island is an island with just bad weather, period. You got a blizzard going on. You got just all kind of like hurricane type weather going on around you while you race. Like Fortune Island is crazy, man. It's fun. Like if you like the off-road portion of Horizon with the trucks and the dune buggies, yeah, you're gonna love Fortune Island, man. I have still yet to complete it, but I'm still working on it. It's a fun DLC though.
So how does the co-op system work in that game? Because like I have the option to access it. I just like, what is the deciding factor for who gets first and whatnot, or is it a team-based thing?
It's a team-based game. So, you know, however many people we have in a party, we're the team. We're our team, and the computer will always have a team of like, damn, I forgot what's the fucking max number of people in a race, but whoever we don't have, like if it's just us three, the rest of the party would be made up of bots that we'll race against. So it'll just be us three against like 6, 7, 8 computer players. And the higher we, place, the more points we get to outpoint the computer. It's just like how they do it online. You get points based on, how you place.
Okay.
But it'll just be us three though. So like if I come in first, but you and Flipshot come in last, like we lose.
So we all got. So wait. So let me get this right. So we all got to come in like 1, 2, first, third.
Not necessarily, but one of us has to come in first or second.
Okay.
And then the other ones can, place where they may, but one person has to at least come in like the top 2 or 3. Top 1, 2, or 3, because those are the highest points.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite aspect of the game as far as like your favorite kind of race style? Because like winter can be kind of slippery and a lot of drift, and the summertime you're really sticking to the pavement and driving fast. So which season is your favorite in that game?
Fall, because it's not slippery like winter, but it's not just strictly like summer where you should probably just stick to all like street races. Because I like to race the trucks and the Jeeps and the dune buggies. Like I like the off-road races. Those are the funnest to me. Because that's where you're like, especially when you do the sprints. The sprints is from one point to another, and like they bring you through crazy shit. Like you're jumping off cliffs. Like I did this one race, bro, where I jumped off this damn cliff so goddamn high. I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, the off-road races are the funnest to me, man. Like, if you want to have some serious fun, man, do an off-road sprint. That shit is fun as fuck.
What's your favorite car?
You say what?
Off-road spring?
Off-road sprint.
Sprint? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car that you like to use in that game, and why? I want to know.
Well, if I'm doing like street races, it's anything Lamborghini or McLaren. But when I do my off-road races, I mainly stick to one truck, I stick to the Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk.
Okay.
So
Oh damn, they got the track all in that too?
yeah, that's a solid truck. That's a solid truck.
Would I be able to beat you in a race in my Ford Focus?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. You seen the cars?
I mean, well, if it's all focuses, I mean, anything is possible. Like, because when we play, multiplayer, the rewind option is turned off. So if you crash, you crash. You just gotta reset yourself back on and try to work your way back. So anything's possible. I'm not gonna say you can't. You probably could, like especially if I make a mistake. Because I drive wild as shit.
Do you crash into walls?
Nah. I've played too much Forza to be doing dumb shit like that.
I turned that shit off. I turned it off even on regular mode.
I got you. No, I guess it's just me. You just slide.
Well, I mean, when you said, bro, when I asked you what your class or your focus was, I can't believe you turned your focus all the way up like that. I'm like, who does that? When you said your little brother played, I thought maybe he'd give you some tips and shit, some hints. And
oh no! My younger brother, absolutely not. He's like, did you play the tutorial? Yeah. Okay, well you should know. And then he walks out of the room. He doesn't help me at all.
Right. So like this man is not driving with an X class fucking focus. I'm like, what is wrong with him? I wonder why he can't keep it straight.
I'm gonna be honest. I just exhausted all my Forza Horizon stuff. I didn't know if you guys wanted to go on and like talk about it and the aspect I have in, or
I'm still scratching the surface, so I can't really say too much about it.
Yeah, you late. You should be a lot farther than you are, man. I've been telling you like, yo, play. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play it. You never do.
I played it for that week. I kept falling asleep on it, bro.
How you fall asleep on Forza, bro?
The
on Horizon
drained me, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. You be out there in the streets. But one of my favorite things to do in Forza lately, as you guys have seen on my IG, is Forza photography. Mm-hmm. Like that's a whole like community by itself.
A whole
just
lot.
Trying to get epic pictures like of the scenery and all that shit with your cars in the background and shit. Mm-hmm. Like that's a whole community on Twitter.
What about Reddit?
I don't mess with Reddit. I'm not on Reddit.
Oh, okay.
I was, but it was just I couldn't figure it out. I said fuck this. But yeah, it's a whole community. It's a whole vibe with taking pictures in Forza, man. Because the game looks great. Like it's one of the best looking games on Xbox. Like if you want to show off the hardware and the power of the Series X or even the One X, you have to throw in Forza, man. That game, the detail and everything, that game is awesome. It looks awesome, man. So I'm really into photography right now with the Forza portion of it.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and one of the first things I did was turn on Forza while Jim was still sleeping.
Hey, we got to get it in, man, for real. We just need Slipshot to do his part.
You know what? As soon as we finish this, I'm gonna do my part.
It looked like you were doing your part anyways.
Yeah, I told you. I was playing, and while you said you was gonna be back, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna play some Forza.
Yo, and to tell you how far Forza has come, yo. So the original Forza, because I was doing my homework, the first Forza in 2005 only had 231 cars.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far this game have come. 251 cars in the first installment. In Horizon 4, I got like 400 something cars in my garage. Like that's how far the game have came. And can you just imagine just having to like take pictures and videos of all these fucking cars, yo? Like that's a lot of fucking work. Oh, definitely. Turn 10 and Playground Games, man, they really came through with Forza.
But that's why they take it so long. They take so long to make them because they making sure they're great games, not a letdown. They put all their time and effort into that game, so you could tell.
What was you gonna say, Game Boy?
I was just looking up all the different Forza Motorsports, and I was looking up the box arts for them, and it was just like, it took me back to like a childhood type era, because like, I don't think anybody realizes how old like Forza is. Just look at this box art that I had for the first Forza.
For the first one, yeah. Definitely look like some Sega shit.
Oh yeah, that's it. Because I remember because my younger brother Jeremy, he went hardcore on Forza Motorsport like when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
This was the game that he spent a lot of time on, and then when Forza Motorsport 2 came out, I swear to God that was the only game this kid ever played was Forza Motorsport. I just couldn't it baffled me. I was like, what is so intriguing? What is it about this game that he likes so much? But I think I'm glad that my experience as far as Forza is concerned is a Forza Horizon, especially one that's as much of a party as this one is being portrayed as. Because honestly, if I tried to get into a Forza game, Forza Motorsport, I don't think I would have as much of a great time with it as I would.
Nah. And see, that's where my love of cars come in. Because motorsport, like if you're not a car junkie, motorsport is really hard to get into if you're not into A, racers, and B, cars. That's why Horizon appeals to so many, players, because like you said, it's a party, it's a vibe. Party up and like you just bullshit and have fun on these online playground games. Like people really don't take it serious. Like, okay, you crash into me, I crash into you back. Like just goofy shit like that. As in a motorsport online lobby, like motherfuckers will chew your head off if you like crash into them and just take them out of the race.
Is it because you have to pay for repairs in that game as opposed to Horizon?
No, you don't have to pay for repairs.
Oh.
Your car is automatically repaired after the race. I believe in the in the beginning of motorsport, I believe you might have. I don't know. It's been so long since I fucking played it. Like it's been so long since I've played Motorsport 7. Like I like if I go back to anything besides Horizon 4, I go to Horizon 3. Like it's been a while since I played but I don't think in the latter parts of Motorsport that you pay for. I believe that was the the early parts of Motorsport.
So I have a question for you, because as I'm looking through the list, I do see a title that my first. I have played a Forza Horizon game before, but it's not. I don't know if this would have, as far as you're concerned, counted as far as a Forza Horizon game. But the Fast and Furious Forza Horizon.
Yeah, that was like, I think that was like a little promo for the movie, but it was fun though. It was fun. I totally forgot about that game. It was fun though. I think I unlocked all the I played it just for the achievement. At that time, I was achievement hunting. So.
I was about to say, was there any cars that you specifically unlocked during that time, though?
No, it was all the cars from the movie.
Oh. Yeah, that's what.
It was a fun little, attention grabber for a minute, but like it wasn't like a full game though. It wasn't nothing serious. I think it was more of like a DLC, to be honest with you. That's how it felt to me.
Is that a decent introduction in a Horizon, or?
No, it's not. It's like if you want to be introduced to Horizon, just play Horizon.
I'm trying to figure out, like, was it a free iteration of the game, or?
Oh, man, that's a good question.
Because, like, I just remember having it to download it, and then, like, it was like installed on my Xbox one day, and I just started playing it, and the rest is history.
Good question.
I don't remember if my brother bought it.
Yeah, I'm really not sure, man. If it was a paid DLC, I paid for it then. So I definitely played it. I needed those achievements. But with Horizon 4, they tapped into the DLC a little bit as far as like movies. They have a James Bond car pack.
Yeah, I did see that.
And
Pretty decent.
some of the cars, like the Supra and the Eclipse, the Mitsubishi Eclipse, of course, you know, people had to pay homage to Fast and the Furious. So we have those car paints in the auction as well for those cars to look like the cars in the movie.
Mm.
Like, yeah, bro, I'm telling you, like, just the creating vinyls, creating wraps for these cars, bro, that's a whole movement, bro. Like, some of these guys, because to create those wraps, like, Forza doesn't allow you to, like, import pictures into their game. So all these wraps you see on these cars are drawn literally by shapes.
Damn.
Like, bro, I've seen this shit on YouTube, bro. These dudes are like literally like Forza artists. Like, they create these pictures from simple shapes. And it blew my mind because I'm like, how do you have that type of patience?
Right. So you're sitting there for like 10, 12 hours trying to do that.
Bro, yes. And it's actually guys who actually make a living off some of that shit. Like, people would pay to get custom liveries in Forza. Like, if we wanted a custom like STG livery, like, there's guys that would, you know, take payment to spend hours making these shits.
Now, was that something you'd want to take advantage of, or you're like, no, I'll figure it out?
Well, for a while, it was just, well, you talking about like paying someone to do it? Yeah, no, that's something I would have to pay somebody to do it. I don't have that type of patience, man, time, or, you know, artistic vision. Like, I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest with you. But like, having a STG library sounds cool. I have thought about it, but for the longest, it was just me playing it. So it was like, what's the point of having one if, you know, I'm the only one showing it off?
Well, I mean, the movement has grown.
Yes, it has. I mean, now we have.
I'm gonna have to make some updates to the Discord bot to add Forza Horizon as a group in the category.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely do that. Definitely.
You know what?
That's up, man.
That actually gives me an idea to have to move the pics and clips section from the barracks, and then like have it to be like Forza Horizon photo contests, and like have STG members kind of like vote on it, and then, you know, whoever's got the most votes at the end of the week, they're the MVP of the Discord server. Everyone's got to go gift them a sub or something. I don't know.
That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. I mean, you gotta get your cars up to do that, though.
Okay. I know I'm beating Blade, and I know I'm beating Tyrade.
Yeah, Blade's a disappointment, man, because he's been playing the game. He had access to it longer than you guys. And I played with him a couple of times. Like, he too sucks with races. Yeah, he should be further along than he is, man.
Wait, he probably just at the beginning with us.
I can give him that. He way past that, but he should be way further along, man. Especially level wise. He should be like right behind me, but you know. Another thing y'all gotta play too is the battle royale mode. Like,
battle royale?
They have a mode called the Eliminator. And bro, when I tell you, when this was first announced, I was looking at this like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, Forza, do not do it. Battle Royale should not be in every fucking game. But after I played it, I said, oh, you sneaky motherfuckers. I love it. I fucking love it. So pretty much, then I forgot how many players it is, but you get thrown on a map. You get to select where you want to start too. And throughout the map, they have these car drops because you start out with a level 1 Mini Coupe. Everyone does. So you have to find these car drops to get, you know, higher level cars, level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shit like that. Or you get them through the car drop, or if you beat a opponent in a head-to-head race, which is how you eliminate people outside of the storm, you can then get a choice to either take their car if they have a higher car than you, or you can upgrade to the random car the computer chooses. Yeah, it's pretty dope. And you challenge people, you drive up to them, I think you honk your horn or some shit like that. And then the computer just generally just randomly picks a spot for you both to race to. And 9 times out of 10, you're fucked because you have to turn around while the other player's already facing that direction. Like, that's how it always happens to me. But yeah, it's fun as shit, man. When I first heard this shit, I'm like, nah, y'all don't do it, man. Come on, turn 10. Don't do this shit. And I tried it out and I said, damn, you motherfuckers are genius. And I have yet to fucking win one, but I think I came in third in one of them. So I had a Lamborghini truck and I thought I was set. I got speed and grip. I thought I was set. Man, them motherfuckers smoked the boots off me.
Listen here, young whippersnapper.
And you know, another thing about Forza Horizon 2, man, which makes it so fun is there's no like set path, especially when you do like sprints. There's no set path. Well, of course, you have to, there kind of is because you got to get through the gates. You know, because if you don't, you have to rewind. But for the most part, in between gates, there's no set path. So if you see a little shortcut you can take, you can just boom, especially off road. Like if you could just make it through these trees to the next gate, you probably just like you just shaved like seconds off your time and shit. Like that's what I love about it. Like there's no set course. As long as you get through the gates, you're good.
Yeah, that's cool. I gotta dive more into it though. I'm ready.
Yeah, you do, man. You do. I'm telling you, man. It's a fun ass game.
I've made so much money.
Oh yeah, how much money you got?
I've already earned and spent $1 million, 1 million credits.
Oh, okay.
That's decent.
Yeah, that's good.
I got 7 cars, all maxed out, decked out.
I got 116,000.
Damn, you broke.
Yeah, I'm broke, bro. That's why I need that 2 million.
Nah, I got you, yo. But yeah, man, we definitely gotta link up, Slipshot. Get to where you need to get to, bro, so we can, you know, link up, go online, play some of these playground games and shit, King of the Hill and shit like that.
After this podcast, I'm gonna get a little more into it.
Yeah.
Stream it on baby.
Yo, and I think hey, you was just on it, so we still in winter, right?
It just switched to autumn on mine.
No, I mean not winter.
Spring, summer,
spring.
fall.
We still in spring, right? If we still in spring, you might want to try to grab that exclusive card, man. You got to complete 50% of the playlist to get that car. The Celine S1, I think it's called. Because a lot of these cars, sometimes they make the cars exclusive to the season, and you have to do certain criteria to get the car, and you can't buy the car. Like you can't just say, well, fuck doing this, I'm just going to go in an auction house and buy the car. If you haven't unlocked the car, you can't go in the auction house and buy it.
Oh, so you gotta buy the car in order to go to the auction house and buy it. That's pretty decent though.
Yeah, because there's some cars in my garage, like if I might be driving it, you'd be like, damn, bro, how can I get that car? That's the fucked up part. You can't.
That's good.
Yeah, I love exclusive shit, yo.
That's good.
I love exclusive shit.
Get that microtransaction shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. Tell you, man, but yo, I recommend, before we end this, I recommend buying each type of car, bro. Each type of car, like off-road, street, like exotic, like all that shit.
I don't got the cash.
Because the more type of cars you got, you know, the more races become available to you.
Look. I don't got the credits for that yet.
I know of a certain STG commander that might have some credits for you.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, I got credits for everybody. I could front everybody $1 million or $2 million and still be good.
Hey,
dominating. We're dominating the wrong servers. We need to go into the Forza Horizon servers.
I asked for $2 million. Don't cheat me on that $1 million.
So I created a car club, man, but the servers at the time was acting up. So I created it like 3 times and they kept telling me, can't be completed, some shit like that. I wasn't connected to the server or something. So like the clan tag is I don't know, it's botched. It's fucked up. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. But I did create a card club. So, and the only way I can invite y'all though is if you're on my players list, meaning if we're in the same server. So I won't be able to invite y'all until we literally play together.
Okay.
And you know, sometimes we don't even gotta play together. Like just because you're on my server, but I don't even mean we have to play together. Like you're just in my server.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, I can't invite y'all until y'all on my players list.
Okay. So basically, I gotta get my weight up. Basically, that's what you keep telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, guys, we are going to end the podcast here. Thank you for rocking out with Strike Team Gamer Presents the Mancave. Got a little bit of E3 news, a little bit of Battlefield, Halo, a little bit of Forza.
Yeah.
Make sure you come back next week or 2 weeks from now. Still just don't have a set schedule because of life. But if you're feeling for more podcast gaming news and shit, make sure you hit up the G4 experience with Strike Team Gaming's very own G4 with the C4. And his band of brothers, Doc and
Irish.
Wolf. Irish? Wait, Doc and Wolf is the same person, right? Dr.
Yes.
Wolf? Okay. So, yo, make sure you go check out Strike Team Gaming since the man. I mean, Lord. Make sure you check out StrikeTeamGaming.com. And if you're looking for a good streamer to check out, make sure you check out fb.gg/stg slipshot.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.